Welcome once again to the Jason Reuter Coaches Show here on the Bear Network, BCHS.TV. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey. If you'd like to watch our programs, you can go to YouTube. Just simply search for BCHS.TV. And when you get there, hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. You'll be notified anytime any of our programs are produced here in Studio H12 at Bradley Central High School. In Mr. Gwen Schroy's audiovisual class, we appreciate him and his students making all these shows possible. Being joined now by Barrett head coach Jason Reuter and three lovely Barretts. And Coach, know these girls like their own kids, but I'll let you introduce them if you'd like to.
Certainly. I've got Erica Swick here to my immediate left, and we got sandwiched in over here Sloan Carpenter, and got Hannah Jones on the far left. So these are three of our four seniors. Shemai Francis is another one, but we'll bring her on maybe next week. And we only have so much room up here, but
we had Shemai on.
Did we have her on?
Yeah, a few weeks ago, I believe.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. And these girls obviously will be honored next Friday night. We have senior night here at Bradley Central when we take on McMinn Central, a team we played last night on the road. But we'll have those four, and we'll have some cheerleaders and some boys also honored at that ceremony there. But Coach, let's talk about the game a little bit last night. Our first loss of the year, 75-69. We don't normally give up that many points, but they got hot. They had some really good scores in Maston Gill and also with Beastry. And our defense was lacking, in my opinion. And you had some good comments about that on the radio last night in our post-game interview. So we'll let you expound on that a little bit now, and then we'll talk to the girls here and get their
Well, people, it's you get a lot of, I think we go around here expecting to win, and then I hear a lot more comments and questions after our only loss of the year, which is okay, because that's flattering, really. We're 23-0, and not just this year, but years past. People expect us to win, and that's a good feeling to have. Mm-hmm. So, and people, nobody's feeling sorry for the Barretts except our own kids and family and our supporters, and we come out on top most of the time, and last night we didn't, and I couldn't go to bed without watching. I watched the first half, and I stopped everything, slowed it down. But I told you on the radio I didn't need to see the film. We fouled too much. Mm-hmm. We had too many turnovers. We had 17, which is not our average, and we put them on the foul line. They were 25 of 31 from the free throw line, and we were 10 of 15. Now, they had to step up there and hit them. They hit 81%. We shot 68% from the foul line. So you got to give credit. I don't like to see coaches, when they lose, it's always about what we didn't do. It's maybe McMinn Central, what they did. They had a good game plan. They attacked us off the dribble. We didn't rotate. We didn't guard our yard, as we'd like to call it. And it's my job to have these girls ready. I told them after the game, I'll take the blame here. I didn't have you ready. They were fired up, and you're 23-0 when you're coming in ranked number 2 in 4A basketball, and they're a AA school, which is smaller, because they're ranked 2. This is like their Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I didn't have our girls ready. We didn't rotate, and I didn't. And we fought to the very end. We cut it to 4, and we had. Help me, girls. Malia maybe going on the line right there. I'm not blaming her. We cut it to 4 with 1-1. Could have cut it to 2, and we didn't make it. But our kids fought to the end. It's just we got to stay out of foul trouble. We got to learn how to play without using our hands and reaching.
Got to move them feet.
And we got to rotate it. And we just didn't. The one thing we've done this year is play pretty good man-to-man defense.
Yeah.
And these girls know that I'm in it with them. It's not like you lose, it's your fault. We win, no. We didn't. I didn't have them ready, and we didn't rotate correctly, and we didn't keep them off the boards. And they shot. Really, the free throws is the big deal, and that's fouling and not rotating correctly. But the good news is they're all correctable. They're correctable.
Right.
And this girl sitting next to me, she would love to play last night, but she's clear to play from the doctor. But I just couldn't. I just couldn't take that chance because my gut told me she needs a couple more practices. And last night was just a game for pride. It's not a district game. It's not a elimination game. Okay, we lost. We'll lick our wounds. We got some time to get better. We can correct what we did wrong. And then when we get Erica a few more practices, she's going to play Friday. Knock on wood, she's going to play Friday. And I'm excited about being one deeper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just excited about how far we're going to go as I ever was. But sometimes a stumble will stop a fall. Imagine if that was first round of the region. Imagine if that was semifinals of the region, girls. Imagine if that was sub-state. It wasn't. So the good news is we got a chance to bounce back. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to practice today.
Taking it as a learning opportunity there for the girls,
yeah.
and maybe 23-0. I mean, you could win and win and win, but to me the pressure builds. I mean, I get pressure just watching the game sometimes run beat because in a game like last night. But it got to the point in the fourth period where we got down like 8 or 10 points at one time there. Cut it back, like I said, to like 4, and could have got a little bit closer. But it comes to a point where I recognize the fact, we're not going to win this game. I told Brian Grisham, my teammate on the radio there, we went to a commercial break, and I said, you know what? I think we're destined to lose this game tonight because they were fired up. They had the crowd behind them. Johnny Morgan's a wily old coach, third winningest coach in Tennessee history, behind only Lamar Rogers and Jim Smitty. And Lamar Rogers still going. I mean, he's got 1,300 wins. Smitty at 1,217, and Johnny Morgan's over 1,000 wins. And he's won a lot of games, and he's won a state championship. And he knows how to scout teams and watch film and figure out how to do some things and give them credit.
Well,
like you say,
last year we had the mercy rule on them over
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we won by 38 or 9 points. I knew, it's hard to tell a young kid because they haven't been there. And the only reason I know is because I've been around. I didn't know any more than they did. They're smarter than I was at their age.
I think they still
But
are.
I think that I knew that they would be loaded and ready.
Oh, yeah. And no seniors on that team.
Yeah.
2 juniors.
But I knew they'd be ready, and let's just hope that. The good thing about life, you get a second chance a lot of times. Sometimes you don't get a second chance, but in basketball here, we got a chance just in a few days. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, like you said, if it'd been region semi or region first round or sub-state, you see, so Erica Swick, Lord Hun, we've missed you. We've missed you. I know you've missed it worse than we've missed it, but it's going to feel good to step on the floor again. You've been dressing out, but it's going to feel good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm excited.
I know you're really looking forward to that. And it's McMinn County, so it is a big district game up there Friday night, and it may be their senior night. I don't know about them, but you 3 girls have all played together. You're all seniors. You've all played together from middle school, so you have played together for what, 5, 6, 7?
I've played with Sloan even before that, since the very beginning.
Really?
With YMCA.
Okay, so you probably can read each other's minds sort of out
Yeah,
there and communicate on the court. Hannah got a little bit of foul trouble, well, a lot of foul trouble last night, and didn't get to play, let's see, but 18 minutes. That's a little over half a game, but hey, you have nights like it. We don't typically give up 75 points either. You score, like you said on the radio, Coach, 69 points is going to win you 90% of the games that you play in girls basketball, and didn't work out like that. Sloan, you just keep on doing your thing as far as run the point guard. We don't look for you to score. You can score. We know
Yes,
that,
sir.
but I said this on the radio the other night, that you're one of the best ball handlers that we've had in a long time. And that's a huge compliment because we've had some really, really good point guards. I'm not saying you're the best. I'm not going to say one's better than the other. But you mentioned, Coach, we had 16 turnovers going into the game last night in 23 games.
Yeah, these girls all have their different strengths, and Sloan's is obviously taking care of the ball. She had 1 last night, 1 turnover, so she's up to 17 turnovers in 24 games.
I might have to replace her,
And
Just kidding.
we can, they pressed us all night last night, but we really didn't turn it over against the press. Our turnovers were more in the half court, or maybe after we crossed half court, trying to pass ahead or not catching the ball, trying to take off before we catch it. So yeah, but Sloan, I can brag on these girls. Sloan is, I don't think I know I have not had a point guard who's had as few turnovers in her career per minute played. Now, it's all about how many minutes you play it. So we know when we put the ball in her hands, she's quick. She's got quick feet, quick hands, and she does a good job of directing traffic. I'm going to miss her next year, but I'm going to enjoy each day while I got her. And we missed Erica's defense and her ability to knock down shots and some of her size. She's a little bigger guard, and then of course Hannah over here is returning All-Stater, and she's Sloan and Hannah are both captains. Hannah gets probably the nod for being our best help defender, and I probably didn't do a good job starting the game. I probably didn't have the matchups the way I should have, and I'm going to take the fall for that. But Hannah Jones is going to bring it every night. She's going to run the floor. I don't know if I've had a post player ever run the floor any better.
I don't remember one.
Brooke Copeland would be the one that comes to mind, You know, the biggest thing I can say about all three of these girls, they're all got their own talents, but I'm going to say this on the show, and I don't know that I've said it together collectively before, but they're all three really good teammates. And that may be the best compliment I can give you. They're all really good teammates. And I think if any girl on this team needed help or needed picking up, they all three are the type of person that would rally around that person. And we've all got egos, and these girls are competitors, but I can truly say from the bottom of my heart, I think what's best for the team is what these three want. Whether that's them being the star or being second fiddle or whatever it is. So I'm blessed to have that, and it's going to be hard to replace, but we ain't got to replace it today. So we're going to try to keep this thing rolling, and that's joy each day. We got to get better every day. So
We got about a month or so of basketball left, and let's take full advantage of that. And you girls have played together so long. I know you know each other quite well. Erica, you started every single game, I think, last year. And you haven't been. We played a little bit up at Knox Catholic, I think, a couple of games, you know. And
played at Ottawa for 10 minutes and
Ottawa.
played 11 minutes at Knox Catholic and re-hurt her foot.
And your injury was in your foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're healed up now and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Good.
Ready for Friday.
Yeah, ready for
Got to
Friday.
get the lungs back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can't be in basketball shape missing that much time, I know.
Yeah.
But
People that haven't played basketball don't understand. I'm not trying to act like I'm some expert here. I just tell you, I played it my whole life. If you don't, the only way you got to get stronger. You can do agilities. You can lift weights, which we do. We lift weights even during the season, a couple days a week. But you've got to play basketball. Just getting your legs used to the hardwood again. She will be sore. I promise you, she'll be sore going into Friday's game. And I'm not trying to kill her. Matter of fact, she's not did a full practice yet. She did partial. We're easing her in, and that's why I just didn't feel right last night. Because if something would have happened, my conscience would have been with me forever. So the good news, I think we can get her back close. We got time, so she's gonna hit the floor running today, and you know, very rarely do you get another chance like this.
right.
When she got hurt again in Knox Catholic, we didn't know, did we? And let's knock on wood. We're not out of the woods yet, but she is pain-free, right?
Yeah.
Pinky promise?
Well, and looking at our final 3 games of regular season, I know you don't like to look ahead. We got McMinn here Friday. Up there Friday. Next Tuesday, we got one of the big rivals, Walker Valley, will be here. We'll have a house full of that game here at Bradley. Then we had a senior night with McMinn Central, and I think it's elementary school night again with the Lynn Jones Foundation. We'll have a
We'll do one more.
full house again, you know.
Called me and said, let's do one more. So we're going to do, I don't know exactly who's coming, but maybe it's,
Parkview and Michigan Avenue, I believe. I
Okay.
think.
Session stand's gonna be booming. Better get prepared.
yeah.
Yeah. I think they wiped out the concession stand last week, didn't they?
Yeah, we needed to.
Couple trips to Sam will take care of that, won't it?
We may need to have Uber drivers on standby to bring us some snacks. We're looking forward to that. Yeah, we got McMinn. We got to take care of McMinn Friday,
Right.
and one game at a time. And it's a lot of basketball yet to be played.
I was reading stats off of Coach T, and they just take game scores and total points and stuff up like that. Did you know we're the highest scoring team in Tennessee? And across all classes. We were second or third a couple weeks ago, but just this week, prior to last night's game, at 71.6 points per game, we're the highest scoring team in all of Tennessee, but high school girls basketball. McMinn Central is number 8 across all classes.
Good. That's a compliment to our girls, and they share the ball really well. Our assist to bucket ratio is maybe as high as we've ever had. So we're sharing the ball, and that's always a pleasure. But we'll see what the future stats are. You know, they know why we lost last night. So it wasn't about offense; it was about defense.
Right, exactly. Right. Sloan, you got the twin brother Trevor, who's a senior for the Bears. 1-on-1, who takes who? You got the better defense than he does,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'll lock him down.
All right, can you outshoot him? I mean, he's
He's a good shooter, but
you can take him, can't you?
yeah, I'll take him.
Erica, do you have any siblings, athletic siblings, or
No, they're not athletic.
not athletic?
No, not at all.
Oh, Maggie a little
Can't,
bit.
no, I can't use them. They can't. They can't do it.
I'm not athletic either. I had athlete's foot as a kid. Does that count? You know, maybe.
Yeah, you can count it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, girls? How's the team going? You know, forget the loss last night.
Yeah,
You know, you
just-
played together so long, and you've had a lot of great experiences at Barrett's with the games you've played, the place you've gone, and it ain't like this everywhere. And
No.
you girls have never seen the other side of the coin sometimes. But Bradley Central High School is a very special place to play for the Barrett's. I mean, it's historically, you know, one of the top teams around the state year after year after year, and it will be after you guys are gone. We hope you're not gone for a long time, but I know Coach is always talking about he loves it to see former Barretts come in here and watch a game and see their friends and all, and the fans and all, and it's just a big part of being a Barrett. Coach, I know it's part of you've been here 13 years now, in your 13th season, and you've seen some really, really good players and then some really good teams. And
Well, I've been at Bradley High for 25, but I've been the head man of the Barretts for 13, and of course, I got to watch being the boys' assistant across the hall, never dreaming that I would take over the Barretts. I had some chances to leave. I had some people call me when I was the boys' assistant here because we had some nice runs back then.
oh, some huge runs.
You know, and but my wife's from here. I just there was never a job that really entertained me about leaving. Then they asked me to take over the girls when I did. So now, instead of watching it, now I'm the head of the Barrett program, which I don't score any points or get any rebounds, but I'm in charge of scheduling, ordering, coaching, and so you get the real feel, and you start getting these people coming back. And I'm a history guy when it comes to sports. I want to know my history, so I know pretty much all the great players. But one time we had an argument over who the oldest living Barrett was. Do you remember that time?
Yes, sir. I
We
sure
had women coming to games fighting. No, I'm 93. Well, I'm 95. Well, I'm 97. So there's a lady came in with a charm on her wrist back then, and this was 10 years ago. She had a charm where she won the region championship. They didn't even go to the state tournament back then, girls. The region as far as you went.
Right.
And it was 1931, I believe. And
She was in her 90s.
She had this bracelet on. It had different ones for each of her kids, or grandkids, I believe. And then she had the region championship. What do you call that? Well, it hangs off a bracelet. What do you call
Charm,
it?
or-
Charm, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah. And so the history is very real, and it's
And it meant something
it
to
meant
her.
something to her. And it just like we got a saying around: once a Barrett, always a Barrett. So you know, and you talk about the recent stars, but you know, the people that come through here and come back, I don't think you come back unless there's something in here that you had good memories. So you're right. I love it when I see my ex-players or even people who didn't play for me come back, and it tells me that this program is running in the right direction.
Well, we've got, they laid the legacy and the groundwork, you know, and going back even before Smitty, some of those older guys in my basketball book, I was doing some research, they were just amazing stories about those. And we didn't have a state tournament for the girls till 1958. That's when they actually
58.
started, because some schools were playing 6-on-6, some were playing 5-on-5. And TSSAA said, well, it's not fair to hold a tournament, a statewide tournament, where you have girls playing two different ways, so who are you going to ask to play the other way? You know, you ain't going to do it. So then they declared, hey, everybody's playing 6-on-6 until 1979, I believe it was, when the girl from Oak Ridge filed a lawsuit saying we can't get a college scholarship because we're playing 6-on-6. And she won the court battle. It went to court, and they won the battle, and TSSAA said, okay, we're playing 5-on-5, because that was discrimination. It's what she filed the suit against.
Because collegiate was playing 5-on-5.
Collegiate all playing 5-on-5.
I've heard, I don't know this, I've talked to Coach Smitty once or twice, but back then I never dreamed I'd be I mean, we're talking in the 80s, in 1988, 87. And then I have talked to Pat Summit, but I've never talked to either one of them about the issue. But I hear that Coach Smitty and Pat Summit butted heads over switching. She wanted to go 5-on-5. Now you got to remember, she's not won any championships yet. And he wanted to keep it 3-on-3, and he was probably the voice for the coaches in the state of Tennessee.
He carried a lot of
Weight, yeah. But anyhow, looking back, obviously it was the right thing to do.
Right. Oh yeah.
But anyhow, these, you know, we did mention Hannah and Sloan are going to Johnson University next year.
Right.
And Erica, we'll see what the future holds, but as right now, you're just planning on going to school, is that correct?
Yeah.
She could play collegiate basketball, I promise you.
yeah.
I've had a few coaches ask, but I think, what do you think you want to major in?
I want to do dental hygiene, so go to Chat State probably for 2 years.
Sloan?
I'm not really sure yet.
Not sure?
Yeah.
Hannah?
Early childhood education.
Early
You gonna
childhood
teach?
education.
I want to
wow.
be a kindergarten teacher.
A kindergarten teacher. Well, let me ask you, I'm glad you brought up about the scholarships here. How you girls, you two and Shemai are all going to go to Johnson University, which I think they're probably thrilled to death to get you three.
They are.
And you two are going to be roommates.
Yes.
So
yeah.
you're going to play basketball again, maybe 4 more years together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Start together and together.
The Y, you were probably what, 4 or 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we played AAU. We started AAU together in 3rd grade. Played all throughout.
So they're heading towards 18, so there's 13 years. They're going to have 4 more, there's 17.
It's
And
been
she's right, AAU together, I mean, they've
middle
been.
school.
basketball is your life.
Yeah.
And to follow
Somehow I got a feeling they're going to be in each other's wedding. What do you think?
Maybe we'll see about that.
well, yeah.
Stay friends. Don't let anything come between you.
You're going to be a teacher. That's your goal, be a teacher. Now, Sloan, you don't know what you're going to major in college, but where do you see yourself? I like to ask you, 20 years from now, basketball is way over with. You're going to be married with a bunch of kids. You're going to not be married. Live the single life. What kind of career would you think you'd like to do?
Well, I wanted to be a physical therapist, but I'm not really sure about it yet. So maybe something like around there, but
Okay.
I'm not completely sure.
And you're going to be a dental hygienist?
Yeah.
I might need to come see you sometime. Too. Okay. Well, Coach, it's been a really good show.
Been a great show. I got, anytime I've got these 3 girls as their coach, I love them. As their coach, I love them. And they're kind of like second daughters in a way. We spend a lot of time with these girls.
Yeah.
I spend more time with these Barretts than any girls in the world right now. Now, when my daughters were at home, of course, Rebecca's married, living in Chattanooga, and Amelia's a junior up at UTK in Knoxville. So I spend more time with these girls than any other girls on the planet. And, I'm not their dad, but they're kind of like daughters to me, so.
You probably see them more than their parents right now because they're in school all day and
well,
don't practice,
That's for sure.
Yep.
ball games, and then, hey, mom and
You know-
dad, it's me.
Yeah. And you want that,
But that's a good thing.
and there's times they want to, I made the joke before, there's times they want to get their hands around my neck, probably when I'm choked, when I'm chewing them out, but I hope they know that deep down.
They're all nodding yes, agreeing with you.
Just a little bit.
But I think when the rubber meets the road, these girls, whatever we end up, I'm going to enjoy the memories, and we want a gold ball. So does a lot of other teams. Only one team's going to win it. I don't know why us. We lost last night. Guess what? My plans haven't changed. Has yours plan changed?
Nope.
We've won a Christmas tournament. It looks like we locked up the district regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to win the district tournament. So we talk about that grand prize, but we don't want to get the cart in front of the horse. Let's take care of business.
It's a journey
The
with a lot of
district
stops.
tournament is at Cleveland. They know. We know Cleveland. If we have a bad night, Cleveland has a good night, they could beat us. If anything, last night,
It's a wake-up call.
you think last night, a lot of people, I've already had 5 or 6 texts this morning. What happened last night? What happened? What happened? What? We play a basketball game. You play 24 games, you probably, somewhere you're going to have an off night. Now, I don't like the way we lost because we lost it on defense, but you can't say we had a bad shooting night. We shot well.
No,
So now,
58%.
I'm interested to see what happens now. This might be what we needed.
I agree.
Before we get off here,
Yeah.
there's a guy behind the scene right here that I brought him up once last year. When we get up here and you do the questioning and I do the talking, and occasionally I bring these kids, but there's a lot of people here that make this show work. And there's a good friend of mine that I see every day here at school, and he's always pleasant, he's always nice, he's always encouraging. I don't know that he has an enemy anywhere. I think everybody likes this guy.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna bring this guy. He handles all the cameras. He gives us the cues. He gives me some signals. I don't know what it is, but
He don't either.
I don't either. But
He just likes to protect
Trevor,
you.
come on up. Come on up here to the
And
camera.
he's taller than you are.
Yep. And I want everybody out there, YouTube land.
You're going to lean over to get it.
Trevor? That's,
Yeah, no,
been
probably
there.
not. Doesn't,
Trevor, what grade are you in now?
I'm a senior this
He's
year.
a senior. It's hard to believe. He's been back here, you've been here all 4 years, haven't you?
3.
3, okay. And you really enjoy this, don't you?
Really, really
Is this
do.
something you want to do after high school?
Oh, definitely.
You think you can go on to the next level with the camera producing and all that? Well, we have something in common. What is it?
Height.
Height. So if you keep your head on straight and you keep doing the right thing, keep hanging around the right people, listen to Mr. Schroyer over here, I think you just might have a chance to take this to the next level.
Thank you, sir.
One reason you got the reach, you can reach all cameras.
He can take it to the next level, that's for sure.
All right, Trevor, we're going to do something we haven't done it before. Let's give him 3 on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, big guy. Appreciate you.
Mr. Trevor Walker is his name here, and he's behind the camera almost every show we do there.
No kin to Walker Valley. He's just Trevor Walker.
Yeah, he's right, and he's
I've got
also
family that goes there.
That's all right.
I don't care. Who cares about it?
he's also behind the camera almost all the time we stream home.
He's at the games. I didn't bring that up. You know, you may find him in. Heck, I've walked in a restaurant. He's working in there before. So anyhow, he's. I think he's pretty loyal to this program here, and you know, I recognize loyalty, and I recognize when people take pride in what they do, because we take pride in what we do. I think Trevor takes pride in what he does.
Absolutely.
All right.
Coach, a great show. Hannah, Sloan, Erica, thank you for being here. 3 of our 4 seniors. Coach Reuter, as always, look forward to having a show again next week. And we'll close out next week, the final week of the regular season. But Friday night, we're at McMinn in the district game this week on Friday. Next week, Tuesday, we'll Walk Valley, and next Friday will be the final game at home, and it'll be senior night for us there. So should be a great night, great crowd and all that, and we look forward to what's going to happen there. Until next time, this is Gary Ownbey saying so long for now. God bless and go Bears.